Hello everybody, this is DuoGamers3 here, and let's face it, Doom is a great series of games, so here's my review of it. Alright, Doom 1, the game that started it all. This was one of the first FPS games ever made, not the first, but one of the first. So Doom was made for a bunch of consoles, including the SNES, PC, DOS, Atari Jaguar, and Shareware, and it was featured in the Doom BFG edition for the Xbox 360, PC, and the PS3. Now, my favorite version of this game was the Ultimate Doom. This was mainly an update of the original game, but there is a very famous mod for this game, but we'll talk about that later. And you probably already know what I'm talking about. Alright, so the weapons in this game were the pistol, the shotgun, the chain gun, the chainsaw, the rocket launcher, the plasma gun, and finally the BFG. And yes, that does stand for Big Effing Gun. That is completely true. This game was also one of the first games to add mods and WODs. These are user-generated maps, weapon mods, etc. But in this game, you fight hordes of different monsters from hell. And somehow, they were able to add bosses in an FPS. You don't see that in Halo or Call of Duty, do you? Alright, shut up. Now, unlike survival horror games, this game gives you a lot of weapons and ammo that give you the feeling of empowerment that you need to take on these things. Overall, the game was great. To add to it, there were 4 episodes that you could play through. So, here are the monsters, all the monsters in the game. And yeah. Alright, Doom 2. Doom 2 took everything wrong with the first one, which was very little, and fixed it. I didn't like this game as much, mainly because of it being the difficulty spike in the series. But this game did add the Super Shotgun. The Super Shotgun was an awesome double-barrel shotgun that shot both barrels at once. Other than that, overall, Doom 2 used the same mechanics that made Doom so great, so it's good in my book. Alright, next is Doom 64. This was the first actual 3D game in the series. Now, you're probably saying I'm wrong, but the truth is, I know it's hard to believe, but if you look at it, you might be able to tell that Doom 1 and 2 is actually, the original versions is a 2D game. It's actually an over-top game, like an overhead game. That is why if you fire at an enemy when they're above you, but you fire in their general direction, the bullet will go up there. It's because it's an overhead game and not an actual 3D game. But, yeah, so Doom 64 was the first 3D game in the series. It was only made for the Nintendo 64, hence the name Doom 64. There's not much to say about this game other than it is way too dark. I mean, look at this. Can you see any of this? I see a tiny bit of red stuff over here. The muzzle flash, that may be a super shotgun. And I think that's like a Baron of Hell or something dying. And it's like so dark. But yeah, like half the time you couldn't even see anything. I had never actually completed this game because of this. Alright, Doom 3. Doom 3 takes place in the Doom trilogy. This game actually focuses more on jump scares instead of action. This game was okay, and to me it felt like a lighter Doom 64. Like I said, this was an okay game with some cool moments. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is Brutal Doom. Remember when I said that we were going to be talking about a really famous mod earlier? This is the one. Alright, Doom was a great game and all, but Brutal Doom is way better. This is how Doom was supposed to be played. They did things like adding new guns and fatalities. And yes, you heard me correctly. This right here that you're saying is are fatalities on enemies. Oh yeah. And here's some of the new weapons. The railgun, a grenade launcher, a flame cannon, and, you know, a BFG 10,000. And I know that's kind of hard to see, but no, my script is not incorrect. You can see right, I'm not reading the script wrong. It's a BFG 10,000. And this was pretty much a rapid-fire BFG. Now, this game was so bloody and gory and overall epic. Alright, well, that was my review on the Doom series. I'm DuoGamers3. Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, share, subscribe, and peace!